Diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and today I have with me Rashad Byrd, who's a linebacker out of Georgia Southern. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Jimmy?
Doing well, man. Weather's nice. Pro days are happening. A lot of crazy stuff going on in the world of football.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Why don't you go ahead and give the viewers out there just a brief summary of your career. Just kind of catch us up. Walk us through maybe what high school you went to, and just get us there, through your journey at Georgia Southern.
Definitely. So, my name's Rashad Byrd. I'm from North Augusta, South Carolina. I played at North Augusta High School. Like Jimmy said, I went to Georgia Southern. I played linebacker. It's been a great experience here at Georgia Southern. We played 2 national championship teams. Played Minnesota when they were a very good team, and definitely getting to play against those caliber of teams, and definitely being able to compete is a big thing. And I love this traditional school that just wants to go out and win. Like, it's great.
Yeah, obviously playing in the Sun Belt, a lot of people find that the Sun Belt teams are a little bit of a whooping boy for the rest of college football. However, you guys actually have a very competitive conference. You're always with it. You have a pretty solid defense as well as a great offense there. Just tell me a little bit about you as a prospect. What do you believe are like your best attributes that you would bring to a professional team?
So definitely my IQ. I think it's one of the biggest things to have as a linebacker. Having to command the back end and also the front end, being able to communicate, and definitely just being able to help your teammates out once you're able to know what plays come in, what route concepts are coming. So I think it's the biggest thing for a linebacker. Definitely have IQ.
And what about I don't know, is there maybe a player in the league that you try to emulate, or that you look up to at the next level? Like, how can I compare you to somebody that I already know at the professional level?
Yeah, most definitely. So having Devin White in the league right now, somebody who's more of my stature guy, just to show that a lot of people my size linebackers who are deemed as undersized, can really go in the NFL and do a lot of things that they ask us to do. It's very easy for us to get overshadowed, but I feel like he's one of the people that can show that no matter what size you are at linebacker, you can make plays.
Yeah, and even as I, kind of look back at what you've been able to do there at Georgia Southern, one of the things that really sticks out is the fact that, you are a little bit versatile when it comes to, what you do, whether you're a run stuffer or you actually drop back into coverage and do a pretty good job getting a couple picks. So definitely can be moved around and, given the responsibility. But one of the responsibilities that I know that you were given there at Georgia Southern was being a team leader, being a team captain. So tell me a little bit about you as a team captain there for your team. What did that mean for you, and maybe what kind of leader you are?
Yeah, it means the world to me. I think there's no better, a better compliment than being a captain. Those comes from the guys that see you each and every day. Those guys you go to war with, and just having the respect of those guys is definitely the biggest thing possible. It'd be great to win championships, but if you don't have a leader bringing someone on with the culture that's going on, you can't win a championship. So I feel like being a leader is definitely a huge, huge part of why we've had a lot of success. Not only me, but also Shoutouts, who was our quarterback, and Raymond Johnson this past year, who is also in the draft, who's doing a great job right now. Having those guys, it was great.
Right. I know that you were also able to attend a couple of AllStar events this past January. So walk me through just a little bit of those moments. You going out to Hawaii for the Hula Bowl, you going out to Texas for the College Gridiron Showcase. Do you have any stories to share about those 2 events?
Yeah, my linebacker group at at the Hula Bowl, we were coached by Mike Singletary, which is a blessed honor, one of the greatest to ever play the position. And, he definitely, let it known to us, like, yeah, once you get to the league, it's going to be a different thing because not everybody's going to want to help you. It was cool having guys here at the Hula Bowl that were, we're all going for the same goal, and being able to have those relationships, especially with the guys in my room. Everybody was sharing reps. Everybody was making sure everybody, got their own bag. It was great. It was great to see that because you don't see that a lot.
Was there maybe a player out there at the Hula Bowl that you were able to click well with? I mean, in that linebacking core, like who were a couple guys there that you were able to hook up with?
Yeah, Max Richardson from BC, from Boston College. Tyree Thompson, transferred from UCLA to Buffalo, and Eli. Eli went to Kansas State. He was more like an outside linebacker type, but all those guys, it was like family, really. Like we were all joking around, having a good time, and there's no better feeling than that.
Great. And then what about the College Gridiron Showcase in Texas? Any memories from that you want to share?
Just really having the opportunity to, actually get a workout in, a combine type workout of linebacker drills around a bunch of scouts to try to see the athleticism and see how you run, and also to see other great talent to push you to get better as well. So, it was I think it was over, I don't know how many scouts, but it was a bunch of scouts out there, and it was, it was great to be able to perform around them.
Yeah, I mean, I know that they were close to like 100 scouts or something out there. I mean,
yeah.
I know that there were 30 teams in the NFL that were out there represented. And I'm pretty sure you actually sat down with a few of those scouts. So what were those scouts telling you, man? I mean, what sort of questions were you asked?
Yeah, it was really of, just getting to know you, really your history of, injuries, kind of what you said, what do I bring most? What is my best attribute? And really just getting to know us. It was an early time, I believe it was January. So they were still in the process of really getting guys in person just to get the feel of who they are, since they couldn't do it during the season. So that's pretty much what it was about.
And I guess one thing that you were able to check off your list just recently was your pro day. So definitely got that pro day out of the way. I mean, obviously a lot of, stress leading up to that moment, maybe. And then, of course, I mean, just kind of, being able to deliver out there for scouts. So what were you able to do out there for scouts? And just, I don't know, tell me, man, like, are you proud of what you were able to accomplish during your pro day?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I mean, I had 17 on my bench press, 96 on my broad, and 34 on my vertical. They aren't great numbers, but they aren't bad numbers as well. I haven't got my running numbers yet, but, I'm pretty confident with what I've shown, and I did really well in position drills. So, I mean, once you put in that work for 2-3 months, it all comes to one day. But at the end of the day, I know my everything's in God's hands for me. That's really what got me through it. Like I wasn't gonna stress about much, just because I know that I'm not in control of my destiny per se.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, let's kind of share a little bit about you, on the football field and what you've been able to do. Let's start. Let's kind of think of it through the lens of you as a student of the game. So again, if we go back, maybe you were studying maybe an opponent all week long. I mean, really breaking down film, and then really you had, in that game, it really it played out very well. So do you have an example maybe that you want to share?
Definitely. I would have to say my strip sack for a touchdown against Minnesota. I feel like that's one of my best games. I had 11 tackles that game. That touchdown that I had put us up by one score, with one touchdown. So they had to, scoring to, be up. It was only 2 minutes left. Sadly, we lost the game, but that was one game where I was truly locked in all week. Coach Cunningham stayed on me. That's my position coach. That's my linebacker coach. And really, he was just telling us every week, look, this is what these guys do. This is what these guys do here. And really just putting it together once, game time go around, because you can only do so much in practice. So once game time rolled around, it was kind of like practice all over again. Like everything was clicking like how he said it was, and I was able to make that play.
Great. And what's been like your best moment, maybe your best memory as a football player that you want to share?
Probably my 16 tackles against LSU. That's the year that they won the national championship. It was crazy playing against Joe Burrow and Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and seeing Justin Jefferson and everyone like that on that offense was just, it was crazy playing against some guys. I knew after we played that game, I was like, man, these guys are going to win the national championship. So that's one of my best memories. And also when we beat App for the first time in 3 years, I believe in 2018, they were ranked for the first time ever, and we whooped their butt once they came down to Georgia Southern.
Right. So definitely a couple, great games that people can, go and go and watch some film, maybe check you out. I do want to throw this one question at you because I know it's been a bit of a long journey for you to get where you were at. What would you do if you were able to, give some advice to your younger self? What would you tell maybe, I don't know, like a 17-year-old, Rashad back in the day? Like, what would you tell him?
Oh man, I probably have to tell him, just stay the course, believe in what's going on. Because I was a guy who was 195 pounds coming out of high school trying to play linebacker at the next level. And, really, I felt like I was overlooked back in the time just because of my size. A lot of people were like, yeah, if you just gain some weight, then, we'll take you. And, not really, having that trust in me. But I just, tell myself, don't get discouraged. Just be who you are and everything else will work out.
Cool. And let's just go ahead and tell people who you are. Outside of football, outside of sports, share with us just a little bit about you, maybe something unique, anything about you, any interests, hobbies, or passions that you want to share. Go for it, man. What do people need to know about Rashad Byrd?
I love to fish, man. I actually got a new bait caster for Christmas, and I hadn't gotten to use it yet because so much training and everything. But I'm definitely going soon. I love my dog, playing with my dog, taking her on walks, and really just to hang out with my friends. To be honest, I'm a big relationship type person, so I always love to be around people and make sure people are good and okay. So that's really pretty much what I do outside of football. Also raise money for breast cancer with my mom. She is a breast cancer survivor. So her and I tag team to do some stuff around the community if we can and everything like that.
Great. I think that's great. So hopefully, if you are able to get to the pros, maybe you continue. You can use that as a platform, for something like breast cancer, which I know that the NFL is very, proud in doing. As we wrap up, man, I always ask people. Well, let me back up. Let's give some shout outs. We need to give some shout outs because there's a lot of people that I know we need to give a shout out to. So give me maybe a handful of people. It's not really for me, but it's for you to give some. So give some love to some people. Who you want to give shout outs to?
To my parents, really just making me the man I am today. Couldn't be without them. It's crazy to see that how much parents can truly impact you. I'm not speaking from an athlete point, just from a man, how to carry myself, how to, act. And, I'm very thankful to them for that. Shout out to my brother for being a football player and pushing me to be better than him. He's really the one that made me want to start playing football and be better than him, which is great. And, especially a huge shout out to Coach Lunsford for letting me be, a leader on his team, letting him, letting me just into his life because he and I are really close. We talk almost near every day. And, it's hard. Not a lot of people have that relationship with their head coach, but I'm very blessed to have that. And lastly, Coach Cunningham, my linebacker coach, for him telling me he never had a linebacker play in the league. He really was one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to, pursue a career in the NFL because, he means a lot to me. He helped me become a better player. He's also someone else who's basically like family to me. And I don't like to let those people down. I like to, do everything I can to put a smile on their face.
Great, man. Again, as we begin to wrap up, I always ask the why question. You got to tell people why you play football. So your why, your motivation. Go for it, man. Hit me with it.
Yeah, I want to say my teammates. Some of the guys, are looking up to me. Say I impacted their lives. So really just that. And then also Coach Cunningham as well. He and I had some deep talks, man. We had some really deep talks, and him, just telling me how he feels. My man's been coaching since he was junior year in high school and been coaching, not high school, junior year of college. He got hurt and couldn't play anymore, and he was coaching since then. So the respect I have for him and what he wants to, what he set up for me, I love it.
I mean, hopefully you are that first, linebacker of his, first player of his that does get into the NFL. I mean, that would be sweet. Um, but before we wrap up, I mean, you need to give your final pitch to all those professional teams out there. I mean, why should they take a chance on you and actually, allow you to be that very first guy that your, coach, has in the NFL? Why should they take you? What kind of teammate would you be?
I'm a guy that is going to go out there and give it my all, no matter what. I think anybody can tell you that. Anybody can vouch for that. I'm not going to, I'm not going to put you at fault or at risk or anything for me. It's all about going to work, and whoever believes in me, they're going to get a guy that's going to give them every bit that he has. I'm gonna give him my all, and whether I'm tired about to pass out, hey, I'm just gonna have to pass out. It's a lot of a relationship piece for me when I play football. Whoever's giving me that opportunity, I'm grateful to them. I want to prove to them why they, I'm so happy that they gave me that opportunity.
Great. I mean, I think, first and foremost, any professional team that takes a chance on you, they're getting a good, upstanding, respectable guy. And that first and foremost they need to know. And second of all, getting a guy that can be, moved around a little bit, maybe being a little bit of a flexible player, playing special teams, going out there, being a force against the run and also dropping back into coverage. I mean, I know that you can do all of that very well. Rashad, I mean, wish you best of luck moving forward, man. I mean, again, we checked the box off of that pro day, but it doesn't stop there. So I mean, keep grinding,
definitely.
Keep working, and hopefully we hear your name called, on the draft. But even if we don't, man, I mean, there's still going to be a lot of opportunities there for you. So I mean, keep grinding, and just stay focused on your dream, dude.
Definitely, I greatly appreciate the opportunity, Jimmy.
All right, again, this is Rashad Byrd, linebacker, Georgia Southern. Definitely check him out.